is a gatekeeper? What is their purpose? What is inside the gate? Trying to get beyond those gates. The criteria always changes, but what are they protecting? What are they keeping you from? Access, and they have the key. Fuck all that. I'm here now.
The way they talk shit, the way they talk shit. The way they talk shit, the way they talk shit, the way they talk shit.
Woo! Wow. What's good?
Guess who's coming to dinner? Another dreadlock.
Oh, speaking of butt, I had some oxtail with them rice and peas and sweet plantain in a Scotch bonnet on top.
Hey, you went hardcore island today.
I go hard. I was
What? Boom!
Move off me way! Fire for you! Fire for that!
Fire! Burn everything! when these wrestlers get really zealous,
indignant, when they're not in the mood.
They set everything on fire. Everything is Babylon.
Murder.
Done. Murder. Yo.
Oh, Jesus. I thought you guys were like pacifists or something. No?
You're like, wow, these guys. Wow. Yeah. Take it easy, buddy. Wow.
You got to deep condition your hair. You got to.
Take it easy.
What's going on?
Buddy.
Yeah. So what's up, man? What you been up to?
Nothing. This week has been a nice, relaxing week for me.
Nice.
I've been up this week. Just waking up at any given time, taking naps whenever I want.
Life, isn't it? Why do you have to man. For that?
Damn, can you imagine? Like some people are on this like wheel where they're just constantly working and just waiting till like the next vacation or whatever it is, and then they wait till retirement, and it's like by the time they retire, most people they're so tired they can't do anything.
Right. Or they're so used to doing shit they can't not do anything, so their body starts shutting down. Like they don't know what to do.
And I'm not man. Not me either.
I'll be sleeping and shit.
Yeah, you gotta enjoy your life now, and you gotta make the best of it now because this whole I remember one time I was on social media and I saw a photo of I guess these two retirees. It looked like a couple, and they were on a gondola in Italy.
Oh, and they were sleeping. Yeah. But
they wait till they retire to do shit, and now you're too old. Like you just
the shit that bugged me out was like I used to be I was a teacher's assistant for a few years, and in the schools, the teachers would retire, and then the next year they die. They would just because they were used to coming in and doing stuff with kids.
People going to
they retire and they just end up dying. And then this one coworker too.
Yeah, some people definitely do.
She retired, and then 2 years later, she ended up dying. Take your vacations. Take your time off.
Go into a deep depression. Yeah. Come on, man.
Do what you need to do.
Take your you got sick time, take it. You got paid vacation, take
don't tell them why either. You don't need to know. They don't need to know. Oh, you don't need explanations. Do I have sick days? Yes. All right, I need to use it. Do I have vacation days?
Boom.
Yes. All right, I need these days off.
Boom. Done.
Don't
Done.
look for
You
me.
don't
Don't send
need
me emails. Don't send me text messages.
nothing.
Don't do none of that because I'm not
Nothing.
gonna. It's not worth it.
Nothing.
I mean, no matter what you get paid, no matter
You
what
know
you
what I'm
get
saying?
paid,
It doesn't
you,
matter. It doesn't
you know, because
matter.
sometimes if they hit you off, you feel like obligated. No, nothing. Just be like, all right,
No,
man,
not me.
this is
Not
it.
me. I got to the point of feeling obligated to do anything for a corporation a long time ago because you really do realize like when these people are ready to fire you, they fire
You're
you
gone.
like that.
You're
When they
gone.
are ready to replace you, they replace
Yeah,
you like that. If you
yeah. My
drop
mother.
dead, they
Yeah,
will replace you like that. It's
easy.
just
Yeah, my mother had. She worked at a place. They were like changing companies or whatever. 30 years she was in the union. They paid her for 2 weeks severance, and she worked there for 30 years.
crazy.
The
Isn't that
same
isn't that
place.
insane?
My
Isn't
mom.
that insane?
That's wild. So as soon as that, I was like, you know what? I'm not into that shit at all.
It's crazy. It's
That is
crazy.
wild.
And I've seen it happen to people, man. I was working for a corporation where, they started like cutting back, and it's like the first time they cut back, 400 people nationwide gone. Some of these people have been there 15 years, 20
Yeah,
years, 35 years, 30 years. I was
right.
like, wow, like that's some heartless shit.
That is heartless shit. They don't give. They don't
Somebody
care.
been Somebody's giving you 20 years of their lives, and you're just kind of like, listen, this is your last day. So good luck.
It's so wild. It's so wild. That's why you always got to be for yourself. You always got to have little things going on.
Yeah, you
Or
got to,
do
man.
something. You always got to have. You got to always have something. You always have something, or not give a fuck. One of
Right,
the two. Like
right,
not care that I'm not gonna be making money for a little bit.
right.
I'll live off an unemployment for a year or two.
That's
Like
it.
that's one of the two.
Hmm.
But man,
Yeah,
so you mentioned social media.
right.
So I, you know, I'm not a big fan of current Kanye, uh, or or his wife or ex-wife or whatever.
Yeah,
But I
whatever
just
that.
happened to see on social media like what he was doing. Right?
Mm,
He's posting all their business. He's creating this whole environment of like for people to feel bad for him and that he's just trying to get his family back. But what he's really trying to do is control people. So it made me think a little bit like, oh,
mm,
he's a narcissist. So then today I just wanted to talk about like
mm.
how to spot a narcissist and why you should stay away from them.
Right,
Right? So
right.
first off jump, really, I just want to start with the definition of a narcissist.
Talk about it.
Narcissist personality disorder involves a pattern of self-centered, arrogant thinking and behavior, a lack of empathy and consideration for other people, and an excessive need for admiration.
Mm,
I'm not a psychiatrist,
mm.
but that seems like him, and it seems like a good amount of people. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I'm not saying I'm perfect or anything. I'm sure I've come off as narcissistic to some people. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. But like, I never know. I could be. But like, yeah, this seems like somebody that looks to be the victim often, and it's not a good move. Like
Right.
these people will ruin your life. Like they'll make you feel like you're crazy. Like you're the crazy one,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like you're the one that's doing all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the lack of empathy. That's a core feeling for human beings, right? Like empathy.
Right.
To feel bad for people and the things that you've done. Like, damn.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, have you ever run into anybody that was like a narcissist?
Oh yeah, I mean, I dated a narcissist for sure.
Ugh.
I remember, yeah, I was like 27 years old, and I dated this female woman, whatever you want to call her.
Uh-huh.
That was definitely all about self. As long as she could have her way, as long as things were in in the lane of like this is for me to accomplish some kind of goal or whatever it is. That's all this kid cared about. And it's very it's one of those things where a narcissist, if you're not careful, they could really make you feel like you're a bad person. You know what I mean? Because it really is about like, oh, I can't believe you did this to me, and I can't believe you're treating me this way, and I can't believe you wouldn't want this to work for us, and it's just like, no, you don't want this to work for us. You want this to work for you
Right.
because I already told you that I'm not on board. Like I already told you I am not okay with this. So there is no us, and they could be very manipulative. You know what I mean? If you are not aware of the fact that they are taking you down this really slick, just conniving road, man. They're very good with words. You know what I mean? And
Yes. And
they
making you
definitely
feel
people that play
bad
the
for
victim a
things.
lot.
And they make you feel
They
bad for
play the
things
victim a
that
lot.
like
Yeah.
like the things that you shouldn't, that you're in the right for.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
you
They
know what I'm
were.
saying? Maybe I could have possibly done that too. Now thinking back on things,
Mm,
it's possible that I could have done that too. So, I'm happy
right.
that people stayed away from me when they did, and I apologize to those people that didn't. Uh, you grow, you mature, and you see
Yeah.
the errors in your way. And
Right.
I'm sure people are much happier without me being in their life, or that version of me being in their life,
Right. Right.
right?
Right.
Um,
And that was a version of you, right? You know what I
yeah,
mean?
that
I
was a
mean,
version of you, right?
right. Some of us grow up, right? Some of
Yeah,
us, throughout the years, life will teach you certain lessons, and you come out of that narcissistic kind of thinking because you realize, like, well, damn, like I really did hurt people.
right. You
You
can
know what I mean?
assess, you can self-assess. That's the thing, though. I think people don't self-assess, and they just don't feel like they need to change, and then they're the same person forever, right? And
Right.
that I
Yeah.
think is a real narcissist. I could have definitely had narcissistic tendencies, but I think I was always open, at least at some point. I was
Mm.
always open to like self-assess and be like, damn, I fucked up. Maybe I should fix this or apologize or whatever. But um, yeah, these people, they like I said, they're always the victim. They they're always the smartest. They're the ones that'll gaslight you the quickest. They just want to make
Hmm.
you feel like you're crazy.
Right.
And
Right. Sorry.
no, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say which is one of the most toxic ways
Yes.
a person could be. You know what I mean? Like as
Yeah.
far as being. I mean, yeah. I mean, narcissists are toxic people.
Yeah. They're
They
yeah, they're
are
one of the most
super.
toxic people because it's not like they're bringing you along for the ride. They're
Right.
creating a ride and putting you on it and telling you what it is.
Right.
Right? Like they're blindfolding you on this ride, and then they're talking you through it, and it's really you're sitting in a go-kart and you're
Yeah.
walking on a roller coaster, right? Like they create
Uh-huh.
this whole world with specific intentions to
Hmm.
control you and
Hmm.
to get their way.
Hmm.
And that's not how relationships work, right? Like
Right.
that's not
Right.
how healthy relationships work.
Right.
Relationships can work that way, but it's not healthy and it's not a fair relationship
Right.
when you're a narcissist. Like just seeing it in real time, like Kanye was like, I'll do anything to get my wife back, but she's already fucking another dude. You can't take
Right.
that L? That's fine. But then you're fucking some other bitch,
Right.
some lady, right? And you
Right.
and so what is it? If you were just true blue trying to get back with your wife, you'd be buying her flowers and doing all the things that mattered.
Right.
But also, why wouldn't you just leave her alone if she don't want to be with you anymore? Because I think initially, like it was because he cheated on her or something.
Mm.
So like You fucked up. Now you're making it look bad on her. I'm not saying she's perfect. I don't like them at all. She's
Yeah,
attention. It's just like, but it does things like this do happen in real life.
right.
That an actual woman, he may be hurting her. I don't know if they're doing this for attention or whatever, but he may be hurting her. But like in reality, though, people do this in relationships often,
Hmm.
and they play the victim when they're really the person that's doing the hurting.
Hmm.
Um, so it's an odd situation. So when people do something, when they show you who they are, believe them. That's how you avoid narcissists. That's how, and that's and you should stay away from them because they're trying to drive you. They're trying to inception you and create a reality for you that is their reality, not reality.
Right. And again, they're manipulative, man, because you have to be a very manipulative person to create a world that for you is real. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Not telling that you're hurting somebody else. You know what I mean? You're like, you know what? The hell with it. Since I'm gonna be in since I'm gonna be in control of this thing, I am gonna make you feel like, you're the worst thing ever, and you're the one who is not on board, and you're the one that's not trying to be a partner in all of this and all this kind of stuff.
Right.
But it's just like, wait a minute, but this is only for your benefit though. So
Yeah.
it's not a partnership, and no, you're not doing this for me. You know what I mean? So it's just like, what are you talking about? And I personally feel like every single one of us are capable of seeing the signs, the red flags, before we allow it to get to a point where it's like, oh my God, I'm so frustrated, I got used or whatever it is. And it's good not to ignore those signs when you see them,
Right.
because a narcissistic person, they can't help but be
Who they are.
themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you will see the signs of like, well, damn, like I thought we were doing this together. Why
Yeah.
is it that you just pick everything, and you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, be careful with that. Be careful of toxic people who are only in things for themselves, and your feelings and what you want are like on the back burner because they really don't care.
Yes. And speaking of fighting for yourself,
Mm.
let's jump into this what of the week. Uh so this man was fighting for himself and he ended up fighting an old man. He punches a senior citizen after being told to stop masturbating.
What?
Yes. This guy who definitely looks like somebody who would masturbate in public.
He definitely does.
Right? He was a Florida man, of course, was arrested after he assaulted an elderly man who told him to stop masturbating at a parking lot in Miami.
Wow.
So he was standing in front of Fresco y Mas supermarket where he was fondling himself until an elderly man told him, I'm sure a Cuban man who didn't know how to mind his business. Police say Vandergriff was intoxicated when he attacked the victim and punched him to the ground. The victim explained to the officers that he noticed Vandergriff standing in the parking lot with his pants down while masturbating. He also smelled of alcohol, had bloodshot eyes, and slurred speech. He continued to punch the victim until the authorities arrived at the scene and was arrested when he refused to provide his name and date of birth. Wouldn't you arrest him right away? Because he
What
beat
do
up
you
a
need
whole
to Right? What do you need to know all of that for?
right. Vandergriff was taken to Kendall Regional Hospital where he proceeded to masturbate in the hallway. He couldn't get enough of himself. In front of medical staff and officers. Eventually, he was transported to Turner Gulford Correction Center. Did he continue masturbating? Vandergriff's faces several charges, which include battery of a person 65 or over, indecent exposure, and disorderly intoxication. Oh Lord, he is nasty. Look at that face.
Yeah,
He
that
looks like
face,
he beats off in public.
yeah, that face alone says I'm a pedophile, masturbating
Look at that. Why is his body
weirdo.
like that?
Yeah, this wow.
Yo, he kept on masturbating in the hospital. Yo,
It's
but you
like
know
if you
what?
don't like it's like if they question this old man just for like a second, it's like this dude decided to take his friend to the hospital.
I, honestly, though, at 38, congratulations to him to be able to keep an erection that long. I don't know, like between all of that, beating up the old man, then jumping in the squad car, and then in the hospital, he was masturbating. I mean, congratulations to him. I don't know if he dropped the Viagra or something to stay hard and all that. I know
Right,
when it starts a fight, I'm not getting hard when I'm fighting.
right,
Right? You know what I'm saying?
right.
And then the police tussling with me too. Not hard. Well,
Nah.
wait, hold on. They arrested him. How did he masturbate? Oh, this guy's a criminal genius. Because if they put the handcuffs on behind him, how was he masturbating? Was he like flexible? What was he doing?
Unless they had him one of those
In
things
the
where they
front?
had him on one of those beds in the hallway and he was just still like
He humped his hand,
he could have.
right? He slipped his dick into his hand and started humping it.
That's
All
it.
right. All right. And you know that was our what of the week. That was what?
Wow.
What? That was wild.
That was like what?
What? Masturbation. So
Oh,
much masturbation.
Vanderbilt, Vanderhoof, whatever the hell the name was.
Vanderhoof.
Vanderbilt.
Um yeah. So we're about to close here. You got anything going on? You doing anything? Happy Black History Month, everybody.
Yes, happy Black History Year, happy Black History everything.
Yeah, I
And
mean, yes.
yeah, the hell with this month business.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Black History. I mean, I like the information. I like all that shit, but it really should just be
Black
history, just history, part of history. Let's start history
like a lot of yes,
from Africa,
yes.
not from Europe.
There you go.
Right?
There
They start history from Europe like Africa never existed. All those people learned from Africa.
Hello.
I don't know. And then they said that they created it. So I'm gonna put in our quote real quick. It's you don't have to wait for someone to treat you bad repeatedly. All it takes is once. If they get away with that once, if they know they can treat you like that, then it sets a pattern for the future. Just do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
If you don't like how somebody's treating you, there's plenty of fishes in the sea, especially now. Like before it was like, oh, this is the only person for me, and blah 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 blah. There are so many people. You could go on your phone and find somebody to freak off with right now.
Just like that.
Woo!
Listen, I tell people all the time, like somebody doing something bad to you once is one thing, right?
Right.
But if it's repeated,
right,
you are actually giving them permission to treat you like that.
Them. Yeah.
Because you are condoning that behavior.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You're telling them, you know what? I have signed off on this, which is why I'm still here.
Right.
Right now. You know, at some point you got to blame yourself as well. Like,
yeah.
Man. Okay. I'm definitely part of this toxic shit myself.
Sure.
So
yeah, you definitely gotta.
I gotta book up out of it.
Responsibility. Yeah.
That's it.
That is.
What about? Yeah. What about you? What are you working on?
Nothing. I think. I started teaching a class next week. Thank you. I gotta applaud myself sometimes too. There's also I got a show coming up in 2 weeks that I'm directing a team. No, 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks. March 3rd at the Magnet Theater, 8 p.m. There's going to be 3 different teams going on. We're the last team, so we're gonna end it with a bang.
That is a beautiful thing, my friend.
Yeah, yeah,
Keep up with the creative arts. Keep up
yeah.
with being creative, and much success to you in everything you're doing, my bro.
Thank you.
For sure.
Stay on for a second. Don't go. I'm gonna talk to you after this.
All right, cool.
All right. So thank you for listening to Talking Shit with
Marlon.
and Greg. We see you next week.
Until then,
Until then, wash your ass.
wash it.